On EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Tennessee Titans and the Minnesota Vikings. All that and more coming up next.
Here in the north, the Yaller horn is about to sound and send two teams to battle here at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Welcome in, football fans. Thanks for joining us. Kate Scott, Brock Heward here with you. And Brock, on paper, it's not quite the competitive contest that everyone hopes for each week, but projections have us heavily tilted towards one sideline here.
One thing that is cool, Kate, it's been really easy to rally together this week for this team because nothing will unite a football roster, in my experience, than having the whole world against you. Heck, even your own fans at home against you. They don't care if nobody thinks they've got a shot. Those dudes playing today, putting that uniform on, they believe they can do this, and the power of that belief is a big deal.
Nick Folk ready to do the honors. And we're off from U.S. Bank Stadium. It's Brandon Powell with the return. And look at this return. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And we'll get a look at their signal caller playing in his 7th season.
If we had asked Sam Darnold, coming out of USC as the 3rd overall pick in the draft, to write the story of his career, I don't think he would have written some of these chapters. But in the end, it makes you tougher. It makes you grittier. And playing quarterback in the NFL is a lot about that. Your ability to just withstand adversity and to continue to get up time after time after time. And Sam Darnold has shown that kind of perseverance.
Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 34. He'll get this to Jefferson. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
New set of downs for him from the 46. They send a receiver in motion right. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Locates Jefferson along the sideline, complete. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Staying on the ground with Jones. We'll have him gain about a handful there. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They've worked it downfield very well to begin the drive. It's 1st and 10 at the 28. Throwing from the gun. And wow, nearly a pick on that check down. A bit lucky that he couldn't hang on to it, and it fell incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Running right, this is Jones. And his drive up the middle gets him about 3. Tackled there by Jerome Baker.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. To throw, here's Darnold. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This one's caught. And he drives this forward to the 6.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's on the move. And they take this in for the score. The Vikings finish up an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established and into top gear right here early on.
Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. On the return, here comes Tajay Spears. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Titans readying for their opening drive of the game. And they'll be led out by a quarterback who entered our league back in 2018 out of Oklahoma State, Mason Rudolph.
Don't think for a second, Kate, he hasn't heard the noise. Read the comments from the keyboard warriors who say they just want somebody else leading this team. But let me let you in on a little secret. Those criticisms, they can fuel quarterbacks. Make that chip on the shoulder even bigger to prove people wrong and to show I really do belong in this league.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He'll get this complete to Westbrook-Akine. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. He'll look to throw. That's brought in by Calvin Ridley. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of one. Neither side separating much so far. More from US Bank Stadium after the break. We're ready to go with the second quarter, and it's Titans football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Titans will have a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Still sticking with the passing game. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a cornerback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
The Titans sending out Ryan Stonehouse now on 4th down to in turn send a punt away. And this one is crushed. Wow, beautiful punt here. That is going to go for 60 plus. Oh, he nearly coffin cornered that one. Just a little too far, and it's out of the side of the end zone for a touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Darnold looking to throw. Pass is caught. It's T.J. Hawkinson. And he'll get it up to the 27.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Second and 3. Pass is caught by Addison. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Escapes the pocket. Stepping up, and he's going to run. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Here he is on 3rd and long. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This play goes for 36, and it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. Throwing now from the gun. Has the connection to Hawkinson. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 19. Hawkinson reels it in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. And he finds him in the end zone for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings grow their lead just before halftime. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
Reichert on for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings double their lead to 14. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. On the return, here comes Spears. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Titans offense out to the field, ready for their second drive. They could use something to trim that deficit, and enough time left to maybe get this near field goal range. First and 10 now from the 30. Airing it out to start this drive. Okonkwo brings it in. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. First and 10 from the 41. Pass play now. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. He's got it deep downfield. And that's a Tennessee touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Nick Folk now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Titans chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Powell now to return. Good-looking return here, and he's got room. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Vikings with a football here late in the half. They still have access to a pair of timeouts and a little time left, too, so points very much still in play here before the half. So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. He'll get this to Jefferson. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Minnesota spends its second timeout here. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. First down, ball at the 36. Now Darnold. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Darnold. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here's Darnold to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
So the Vikings will try a field goal on 4th down. Will Reichert headed out. Ball in the left hash, the distance 53 yards. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He's back to throw. Pass caught by Ridley. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Here comes the final play of our first half. throwing it just before halftime. He lofts it deep, right sideline. And disaster averted, he knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. So we've reached halftime in Minneapolis, with the Vikings out in front at the break. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll let you and Brock catch your breath as we welcome the rest of you to our EA Sports Halftime Report. In the first half, it was the veteran Sam Darnold who had the offense moving. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break. Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. On the return, here comes Spears. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Titans and Tony Pollard headed back out there offensively. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, headed right. Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
From the 34. Has his man, it's Ridley. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Throwing off the play fake here. Has the connection to Ridley. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15. From the red zone now. Doesn't have the hook up there. Incomplete pass.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. A first carry here for Tony Pollard. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Has him on the quick hitter. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the 1st.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Spears trying this straight ahead. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
Pollard goes up and over for the touchdown. The Titans cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Tony Pollard with the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Point after by Folk is up and good. And the Titans cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Ty Chandler to return. This return makes it up to the 25. The Vikings taking the field on offense. That lead already smaller than it was at the break, Brock, and they're going to face a little pressure now on this opening series. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Just wants to Hawkinson outright. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 29. Able to find Hawkinson.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Throwing now, off play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, the football's loose. It's picked up by the Titans.
Hey, I get it, Kate. 3rd down, you're doing all you can to try to stay on the field. But unfortunately, poor ball security loosens his hold on it, and the defense knocks it free. Instead of facing 4th down, even better, that defense is off the field completely.
We'll get another look at this Tennessee offense. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st and 10, it's Pollard. Juke the defender. Breaks through, and he might break away. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. A give to Spears, running right. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on 3rd down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They send a tight end in motion. On 3rd down, Pollard. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Titans ball, and they could use a score. They come into the 4th trailing. A lot of pressure on this kick for Nick Folk. This from 28 yards away. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And in the 4th quarter, that's going to tie the game.
And we're barely into this quarter, Kate, and already a tied game, a whole new game. Starting from this point, every single possession will be a premium.